Hello YouTube, Ice9 again with another Madden mobile video, and in this video I'm going to be talking about honors, the finishing up of the Super Bowl promo, and what we can expect in the near future. A lot of things coming out. Team of the Year came and went, not very impressive. Honors is just coming out today. The Super Bowl promo was pretty good. A lot of people liked it. I did. I got some good players off of it. But now we're on to honors. So here's the main player from honors, at least on the offensive side of the ball. This is going to be a player a lot of people are looking at who want a more mobile quarterback than Brady. Anybody who likes to run with the quarterback are gonna like this guy. 93 speed, 85 strength, 94 acceleration, still 98 throw power. So a great running quarterback in Cam Newton here. The throw accuracy stats, though, are not great. I think they're still okay. This is kind of like a better version of Dante Culpepper that you could use if you like to run with the quarterback. If you're countered on a QB sneak on the goal line, things like that, I think this guy is going to be pretty good. However, you could see this also comes with a pretty hefty price tag at this point. Now, this is day one of honors, so I expect his price to go down a little bit depending on what drop rates are. But the thing about honors is that it is purely a pack-based program. So you can't play events and get these guys. There's no sets to complete. It's just the pure dumb luck of pulling these guys out of packs. So undoubtedly right now there are Cam Newton fans that are opening up millions of coins worth of pro packs. Most of them are going to be, the vast majority of them are going to be disappointed. I don't see any point in doing that, so I am not going to do it. One of the other players in the program in honors, offensive rookie of the year, Todd Gurley. In comparison with Emmitt Smith's stats, we could kind of see that this guy is a wasted time. If you're a Todd Gurley fan or you haven't gotten tier 7 through a league, then you might think about picking him up, but he's fast, but the catch numbers aren't good. There's nothing exciting about this card at all. If anybody has Bo Jackson or Thanksgiving Barry Sanders or tier 7 Emmitt Smith, there's absolutely no need to look at this guy at all. Also coming out through honors, though, there should be a second drop of cards tomorrow and maybe even the third drop. But one player that I'm certainly going to be looking at is J.J. Watt when he comes out. So that's the one honors player that I might think about getting. I do think that if I wanted to upgrade at quarterback, just because I think Newton is overpriced and is probably going to stay that way, I would look at this guy instead. Aaron Rodgers, he's got all the stats in the right places. Speed is good enough. Acceleration is good enough. Throw accuracy is decent. Deep is actually better than Brady, which is impressive. 96 throw power, which is definitely enough. So I would say Andy's got a boost. And right now he's about 1/8 of the price of Cam Newton. So I would say that this guy is a much better value at the quarterback position than Cam Newton honors card. If you're sick of Tom Brady's lack of mobility, I would say that this is a much better bet for you at this card. Okay, so we're finishing up the Super Bowl promo, and I have a lot of things to clear off the bench. All the players are now out. I've unlocked Law, Atwater, Lewis, Green. Those guys are all starting for my team. Nix, Breeze, Holt, the Vernon Davis card that I mentioned in my last video, these are all uncompleted. Don't care. Don't need any of the players. Wasn't impressed by them. So that is about done. Let's see if there's anything else. So obviously this week, the big story was the Super Bowl MVP Von Miller. He came out, had a set. This is by far the easiest 99 I've ever gotten, you know, in this game for playing for a year now. It was absolutely ridiculous. I used stamina refills and played on Tuesday when they had the event. The first event I think started at 9 o'clock Central Standard Time, and I had the player by 10:30. It was just absolutely ridiculous. It was a great event. I drew 2 Luke Kuechly's, one of which I started, one of which I sold, actually 3, one of which I used in the set, one of which I was starting, and one of which I sold. And so now the defense looks like this. A lot of Super Bowl players, Mean Joe Green. Sold the Blitz version of Mean Joe Green. Actually, that version has a better boost, plus 2 awareness, and right now I'm at 98 because of this guy. 98 awareness. And Atwater is also kind of low awareness, even with a lot of boost, so 98 awareness there, but that's still really good. So Von Miller on the team boosted up, 97 speed, 99 strength at the linebacker position. Stats look good. I think that this guy might be good enough to play until the end of the year, but we will see. I think that if Positional Heroes or the Mobile Masters come up with a linebacker that has better coverage and play recognition stats, then I could see him replacing him. But as a pass rusher, this guy is going to be as amazing as he was in Super Bowl 50. Still got 96 Von Miller, so you can kind of see in comparison the stats, everything is just a little bit better. And the hidden stat, play recognition, is also better. So that leads us into our next thing, which is Positional Heroes. And last year, how this worked. This should be coming out within the next week or two. If it comes out, it hasn't been formally announced if it's coming out or all, but we assume that they're going to continue the program for this year. But Positional Heroes, it is 99 players that come out at each position. And last year, they required elites at that position to unlock them, as well as golds and silvers. This year I have no idea how it's going to work. Everything has been different, but just in case, I've stocked up at elites at linebacker. See if we can finally get 98 Derek Brooks out of the lineup. Middle linebacker, which I stocked up on before I got Ray Lewis. I could see being able to use Ray Lewis until the end of the game. His stats are really good too for middle linebacker. He's got really good play recognition, decent coverage, decent hit power, speed, acceleration, and strength. He's got a boost, so I could see using him until the end of the game. And then in the 3-4, I put Team of the Week Kuechly. He's a better cover than Zach Thomas. If I was playing a 4-3, though, I would not want this guy at middle linebacker just because of his strength. Even boosted is only 91. At that, I think Emmett would run him over a lot. But as a coverage linebacker, which is what you really need in a 3-4, a coverage linebacker or a booster, I think he does a pretty good job. That said, I'm still held on to Zach Thomas. I'm not selling him for the time being. His price has really gone down anyways, so I have held on to him. Now, let's see here, actually. Middle linebacker at Lewis. So I'm ready a positional hero here. if it works like it did last year. I'm ready at the safety position. You can see that I did not put the one-day elites. I did not complete the set in case they might be useful for positional heroes. I did not complete those 7 players. So cornerback, could always use another cornerback. So I'm kind of ready there. And one position I really like to do something about is defensive end. And pretty much everywhere, if it works like last year, I'm ready, at least from the elites point of view. I've got tackles, got guards, centers, so, and even wide receiver, even though we've got 299s already through tier 7 and with Mobile Masters OBJ. What I'm hoping is that we get another good possession receiver out of it, and anybody who wants a wide receiver, this might be, and again, it's a big if it works like last year. Wide receivers right now, at least at my auction house, which is Auction House 2, are very, very cheap. I was getting a lot of these guys for 12 to 13,000 coins, which isn't bad at all. That's why I have so many of them. And the quarterback position, superlative Hasselback, got a bunch of him. Nobody wants him. Nobody wants to play the guy, so I just grabbed a bunch of them in case. Out of position, Walter Payton card. I'm a Bears fan. I'll never sell him. Running back position, I've got a couple, but I really don't care. I think Emmett is going to be good enough to use until the end of the game. So that will be coming out in the next week or two. Positional heroes and how it works. It was last year, every Tuesday, 1 offensive player, 1 defensive player at the position. So 2 guards, 2 offensive tackles, 1 defensive tackle, 2 defensive ends, 2 cornerbacks, 2 safeties, a quarterback, 2 wide receivers. And they were all set based. Last year they used 12 elites, 42 golds, and I think it was 6 or 12 silvers. I forget exactly one. The silvers aren't too bad though. You could pull those out of pro packs if you really had to. But that should be coming out, and that's what to get ready for. It doesn't look like honors is going to be that big of a deal. Another program that is coming out is Gauntlet, which I've mentioned before. This is the replacement for Domination. Again, guys, keep your duplicates for Domination, your cards that are duplicates and you can't use in the set, because there's a good chance that Gauntlet will use those cards. Use 2 cards to get 1 Gauntlet card. So that's one way to give yourself a head start. I know that for the console game, the Gauntlet player is Marshawn Lynch. I haven't looked up his boost as of yet. For those of us in tier 7, it's kind of like, what's the point? But it depends on what the boost is. If it's a speed boost, if it's a good boost that we can use, then I could see playing him. And also, I would have to think that he'll be good in the fullback position, so he definitely might be an option. So just wanted to talk a little bit about the players and the programs that are coming out, guys. Thanks for watching. If there's anything you want to see, have any questions, let me know. Also check out Papa Raider, and other people on my YouTube have videos up as well. You can see them in my subscription. Thanks for watching.